So today we are going to be talking about distraction, keeping yourself busy to find some relief from your anxiety symptoms or negative thoughts. There's some good things about distraction and there's some not so great things from distraction, depending on where you are at in your journey. I do think that matters. If you are just starting in your journey or you're still looking for some type of momentum, some glimmers of hope, a little bit of relief, if you're looking for some acceptance, then there is nothing wrong with some healthy distraction, trying to stay productive, trying to stay busy, to get your foot in the door, right? To gain some momentum. Anxiety recovery is about momentum, and we are doing anything to get that ball rolling. And once the ball gets rolling, things do get a little bit easier. The light at the end of the tunnel does get brighter. And it's a gradual process. It isn't fast, right? But healthy distraction can get that process started. That's a good thing about it, right? And for me, as time went on, I started to finally realize, like, if I was constantly trying to distract myself or focus on something else or stay busy, whatever it is, whatever you're using as your distraction, I started to realize that I'm still technically avoiding the problem. And if I'm having anxiety symptoms or panic, and I hurry up and go do those things, I'm actually running from the situation. You see what I'm saying? But if I'm trying to focus on some of the good things about distraction, I will say it can get the ball rolling. And an example of getting the ball rolling for you, let's say you have health anxiety, okay? And you worry about your symptoms being the result of a disease, whatever that is, okay? A lot of you that watch have health anxiety. And you're able to get busy with something, right? And distract yourself long enough for your chest pain to go away, or your headache to die out, or your tension, wherever it is, or for your stomach to settle, okay? You can then go to that as evidence, right? To tell your subconscious, like, look, whenever we get distracted, some of our symptoms die down a little bit, and that's wonderful, right? That gets the ball rolling. Excuse me, I'm probably gonna have to clear my throat a few times throughout this video. That can get the ball rolling with acceptance. It gives you some evidence that maybe this is anxiety and it's not heart disease or cancer or whatever it is, right? That you fear. So that's an example on how distraction can get things going for you. If you don't have health anxiety, it can give you some hope. It can show that, hey, we can be a little bit more at peace if we do something or get busy with our hands or, go out in the yard and do some yard work or be a little bit more productive at work or clean the house, right? There's far worse things that you can do to find relief from your anxiety symptoms, right? A lot of unhealthy things. Healthy distraction can be good, especially in the beginning, to get things going. But if you're not just interested in management or coping, and you are looking to beat this and to recover, by now, if you've been watching me, there are more things that you need to be doing than just distracting yourself. We have to face our fears, and we do that with exposure. We have to identify our causes of anxiety, right? Our root causes, and start working on those and processing and changing those things. We need to have a stress preventative lifestyle, which means having a kick-ass morning routine. We got to change our whole life. And we don't want it to all be about running away to distract ourselves. As time goes on, I think less distraction is what we need and more facing our fears, having a willingness to sit right here on this couch and not get up because I feel anxious or I'm having symptoms. That way I can show my subconscious that, look, we don't have to go get busy or do something. We can handle this. We can get through this. We can do this. We are safe, we are healthy, we are not dying. I don't have to get up and clean this whole house. It's already clean from yesterday for me doing that. I don't have to get up and go mow again. I mowed 3 days ago. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna deal with this. I'm gonna create new neural pathways, a new way of thinking. The only way that I'm going to be able to rewire is to process what I'm feeling right here in this moment instead of having to occupy my mind with other things. And I'm willing to do that. And when it comes to recovery, you need more of that. That is what's missing. Okay, so think beginning of a journey with anxiety, a lot of darkness, a lot of panic, you're not sleeping well. more distraction at that point is fine. And in some cases, great if you can get the ball rolling and it can help you gain momentum or get some acceptance or to have some hope. Nothing wrong with that. But as time goes on, we have to get the subconscious to realize that these symptoms are not needed by showing a positive response when we feel those things. A willingness to be there with it, to let things flow, to let go of control. Because in a way, us trying to distract ourselves, we're trying to control the situation, right? Just it's kind of a different way of explaining it, but we're still looking for control. I'm trying to control these symptoms, or I'm trying to get them to go away. Beating anxiety at the end of the day is about letting go of control. I don't want to hold these symptoms back. Let them be there. I'm not going to run from these symptoms. I'm not going to avoid things that will create these symptoms. I'm here. I'm right here. I'm going to stay. And another negative thing, I'm just trying to give you everything, guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash distraction at all. There's some good things, but there are some negative things. Our mind can get attached to that just like it gets attached to anything else that gives us some relief. And trust me, I know how it is. You know how it is. When we find something that kind of helps with our anxiety even a little bit, like especially some quick relief type stuff, we can get addicted to that. So yes, you could get addicted to distracting yourself if you find that it gives you some relief. And does that mean that you're managing your anxiety a lot better than other people? Yeah, maybe, probably so, right? You're getting your symptoms to dissipate, but are we truly, at the end of the day, really fixing anything? No, we still didn't process what caused the anxiety in the first place. We still didn't change our lifestyle, right? We still didn't face our fears, right? So we have to think about it like that. Like if we want to actually beat it, we have to stop running, and eventually we have to stop distracting ourselves. So again, in the beginning of your journey, when it's darker, when the symptoms are louder, when the thoughts are louder, nothing wrong with healthy distraction and staying busy. There's a lot of different things that you can do. You can do more cleaning. You can do projects out in the yard. And I'm not saying these things are bad, all right? I'm just saying we don't want to have to just nonstop do things like that to keep anxiety away. That's the only point I'm trying to get across. As time goes on, we don't want to have to do that. But there's nothing wrong with getting out in the yard and mowing. Find some new hobbies, some new projects that you can work on. Spend more time with your family. Get out of the house, go do something. Go for walks. There's tons of different things that you can do for healthy distraction. But as time goes on, start practicing sitting with the symptoms sometimes. That's the only way you're going to get better at this situation. And that's the only way you're eventually going to be able to let go of control, is just practicing letting go of control. Okay? If you want more help with your recovery process, check out my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp. I'm going to put that down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. Use code Anxiety Recovery to save 30% on an already affordable course, but that's going to help out. I know this time of the year, guys, we're trying to buy gifts, or at least we're trying to start that process. Hopefully this can help out with that. But that'll save you 30%. Anxiety Recovery. Use that code. The link is going to be in the description and in my first pinned comment. I'll read you a review real quick. Thank you again for your boot camp. I went through the course and still revisit and rewatch. I started the boot camp right after Thanksgiving. Latest update, my doctor took me off my blood pressure medication and at half dose of the other couple meds I'm on. Was on all these meds due only to anxiety and panic disorder. Recovery is obtainable. Thank you again. So be a part of that if you haven't been able to get it yet. Hopefully that code can help. If you'd like to do one-on-one coaching calls with me, or if you're interested to know how that process works or pricing or anything like that, shoot me an email at cullentreyjones@yahoo.com, and we will get that process going. And there's a link for online therapy down below, my social media. Guys, please like this video if you got some value, and I will talk to you tomorrow.